I'm Yute, and I'm in Vancouver, in Canada's West Coast, the best coast.
I'm Byungjin.
And I'm Brendan, from the East Coast, the
better coast.
Yeah, great flow, guys. So, anyways, I think Vancouver's great. Unlike some cities, we're known for more than our donaires and a lighthouse. So, with that in mind, I think there are a lot of lessons that Halifax could learn from a city like this.
We happen to think that Halifax is pretty darn great, and I'll take my donaire and affordable rent over your endless yoga classes and overpriced cappuccinos any day.
How dare you trash the good name of yoga? Why, if I were there right now, I would...
Okay, hold up guys. Let's settle this like an adult by making videos on the internet.
All right, round one is on me, guys. I think it goes without saying that Vancouver is clearly the better city to cycle in, and the numbers don't lie. Here are the figures for cycling in Vancouver, and here are the figures for cycling in Halifax.
Hey, size doesn't always matter, you know?
Sure, but you know what? I agree. The numbers aren't that important here. And what I'd like to talk about is methodology. How Vancouver makes cycling enjoyable and not a life-threatening experience. Because I think there's one thing Vancouver does really well when it comes to cycling, and I'm using it right now. This is the Adanac Bikeway.
That's just an empty street. It's not a bike lane, it's not a greenway. Here in Halifax, we're really stepping up our infrastructure game. We're adding bike lanes and this cool sky ramp to the McDonald Bridge.
Hey now, we've got those too, but don't let looks fool you. These bikeways are very, very popular.
It doesn't seem all that special. You're just describing our local street bikeway, and the IMP bike network is full of them.
Well, on principle, sure, but Vancouver's bikeways have a lot more than just share the road signs. All along Vancouver's bikeway streets, there are these small barriers that block the roads for cars but let cyclists through. A mix of these barriers, as well as speed bumps every few blocks, make these streets practically useless if you're a driver trying to get across town, so most cars that use these roads are just people trying to find parking or getting to their house.
All that means very little traffic, very slow traffic, and perfect conditions for cycling.
I'll give you that it sounds nice, but why would any politician push for these? You can't cut a ribbon on a local street. It's way cooler to have something like this.
Sure, protected bike lanes and bike skyways might look cool, but I think Vancouver's bikeways demonstrate that bike infrastructure doesn't have to be fancy to be effective.
You see, bike lanes tend to be really controversial. Vancouver gets a lot of pushback when bike lanes are being introduced. People really don't like it when bike infrastructure means taking away a traffic lane or parking spaces. But a local bikeway does a whole lot of good for cyclists by changing very little. And the result of all that are roads where anyone can bike. Kids, adults, beginners, pros in spandex, and weirdos like myself that like to film on a bicycle. There are other perks too. For example, the stop signs along Vancouver's bikeways favor cyclists to continue through intersections. And when there's a busier intersection to cross, cyclists get their own crossing button.
Wow!
We aren't gonna lie. This seems like a really good idea, creating a safe and connected bike network that doesn't remove parking or require expensive infrastructure.
Don't get us wrong, those things help and are definitely necessary in places, but Halifax and Dartmouth already has dozens of small quiet communities and narrow street right in the heart of the city. Perfect for future bikeways.
And I have to add that this doesn't just work on any street. The main thing that the Adanac Bikeway has going for it is that this thing is long and connected.
The Adanac Bikeway can take you from downtown Vancouver to Simon Fraser University in Burnaby, and many other bikeways and bike lanes connect directly onto its path.
We admit it, when it comes to cycling, we're no Vancouver. But I think you just pointed out our one advantage, one you can only get in a small city.
The Adanac Bikeway is 18 kilometers long. In comparison, the Halifax Peninsula is only 7.5 kilometers long from tip to tail. The distance it takes to travel just part of the way across Vancouver is longer than a round trip all the way across the peninsula, with some room for a detour or a coffee.
Legend. Sorry, do you take sugar?
And thanks to a new set of policies like those in the Senate plan, we're moving towards increasing the city's density to protect existing natural spaces, preserving dozens of mountain bike, park, and community trails.
All right, so what do you guys think? Who won this round, Vancouver or Halifax? please leave a comment down below. And if you think of another idea for a future episode, feel free to let us know as well.